So now we are ready to actually shroud the body. That's the main clothing of the person who dies, the actual clothing. So, what do we call this in Arabic? Kafan. Kafan, that's Arabic. We all know that. And it's for the kifaya. Somebody has to do the shrouding. You just can't wash and put some random clothes, cover private parts, and just put it in the grave. No, somebody has to cover it, shroud the body with kafan. And if nobody is shrouding it, or nobody knows the proper rulings, people can be sinful. They have to be shrouded right. And why do we say it's fard? Because Prophet Muhammad ﷺ commanded that, wrap her in it, the izar. He's basically referring to her daughter Zainab. He said that it's in Sahih Bukhari, that wrap her. That's shrouding. And we need to know the rulings because, comes under the rulings of worship. So we have to follow exactly how Prophet Muhammad ﷺ told us to follow. And another hadith, it is mentioned that Prophet Muhammad ﷺ told people that shroud people well because they will be resurrected in their shrouds. So when they wake up on the day of resurrection, so they'll have shrouds on them. And actually, they will be naked on the day of resurrection. But when they wake up and get up on the day of resurrection, they will be having shroud. And when the hisab kitab starts, or before that, they will be naked. And even though we know that from the hadith of Sayyidati Aisha, radiallahu anha, that people will be naked, but the situation will be so intense that they won't really bother if the other person behind him is naked or not. That's how serious situation it would be. Allah make it easy. Okay. And then Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he was shrouded in 3 Yemeni sheets from Saho. That's a city in Yemen. So that's Sunnah. He was shrouded in 3 sheets. And what is the reward for the person who shrouds? So on the day of resurrection, actually, when people enter Jannah, you will see people who are wearing very beautiful silk clothing, silk garments from Jannah. And when you try to find out who these people are, these will be the people who shrouded the deceased among us. Special clothing. So that's the reward for them, and that's mentioned in a Sahih Hadith in Al-Hakim. Another important thing that we should take care of is that when we are buying the shroud, it should be bought with the money of the deceased person. So when the inheritance issue is being resolved, you have to consider this, that first, before even distributing, this money has to be taken out from them. If a person doesn't have, then of course the community should help them out, the relatives. And the shrouding person, again, it is very important that whatever he does, he should do it for the sake of Allah, Allah's pleasure. If somebody does it for, for money purposes, that's not good. He should not seek thanks or pay or worldly benefits. But if it's like his job, if people can give him money, but he should not ask for it. It's okay to give money, not a problem. But if people make it always a thing to ask people, that's not good. Okay, let's move on. So how should the shroud be? Can we cover with any cloth, or what should it have? What should we look for in a shroud? Sometimes it's very easy to go to the masjid and tell them to give all the kit, but sometimes you might not have all that access. So we should know what are the minimum things that we should look for if you're doing it by ourselves. First thing, appearance. The shroud has to be clean. Even if it's old, it should be clean. It should not have any dirt in them, and it should be thick enough. It should not be transparent, you see through kind of shroud. It should be thick enough, and moderate cost, not luxurious. Can't say, hey, this person was a sheikh or a khalifa or a ruler, special status. No, we have moderateness in Islam, so we use moderate cost. Basically, moderate appearances. not going to extremes. And what should be the color of the coffin? So obvious, isn't it? Best to use white color. Sunnah is to use white color. Can we use other colors apart from white? Is it okay? The scholars say it is okay, but the sunnah is white color. If you cover with other color, your obligation will be met, but it's not a good thing. You should always try to choose the path of sunnah. Always go for white color. Why? Because Prophet Muhammad even said that living or the dead, white color is the best form of clothing. It is cleaner and it is better. White clothing. So even for us, life people, white is very good. He used to prefer this color. And also, one of the hadith, it mentioned that it should have stripes also, some stripes on the clothing. That is fine. That's a hadith, sound hadith. That is fine. If we have both plain white and stripe both, then we'll cover both the sunnahs actually. Dimensions. How long should the shroud be? There is no hard and fast rule with the length not mentioned, but the important thing that we should remember is that when you cover the dead body, everything should be covered. Nothing should be exposed. So long enough. So generally people buy about 6 foot by 8 foot. That's the size that they go by. But depends on the height of the person too. They can usually the height of the person plus you add 2 feet to it, and the width usually it's 2 feet, so you multiply 3 times, so 3 feet. So 6 by 8 is kind of it works out for most of the times. 3 times width and height, you just add 2 feet to it. Quantity, how much should you have in number? How many shrouds should you have? How many shrouds did Prophet Muhammad used? We said 3 Yemeni cloths. So sunnah is to use 3. There is little ikhtilaf when it comes to women. We will cover that. I have a whole slide for it. Women's shrouding. So, but what if we don't have 3? Maybe we just have 2 or just 1. Can we cover with just 1 or 2? Is it okay, or do we have to have 3? If we just cover it with 1 or 2, still obligation will be met. But the sunnah is to use 3. Can we use more than 3 for men? Scholars say that it's considered in this category of extravagance, unnecessary spending. You should avoid it. And for women, there is ikhtilaf. Some said 5 sheets. Some said no, it should be same as men, 3 sheets. We will cover why they have ikhtilaf and so on. So, but again, 3 sheets. When we say 3 sheets, 2 white and 1 striped is the best. We will follow all the sunnahs that way.